vamos, Dibu. Vamos, 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 Dibu. Vamos, vamos, vamos.
Welcome, everybody. Welcome. Where's the camera? Right there. Welcome, everybody, to episode. Bem-vindos. Welcome. Bienvenidos.
This looks so bad. Look at this.
That's pretty bad.
It's his glove, people.
We'll explain that. Welcome to episode 2. We're still here. Episode 2, bro.
Episode France.
Thank you for that. That's
Because, you know, France.
Son segundo lugar.
Second
Next
place.
Second place. That's right.
Get it, France.
That was amazing. Welcome to episode 2.
I practiced that for a long time.
That's fantastic. I want to thank you for that. I'm going to give you a red card later.
Thank you.
Welcome to episode 2 of Soccer is Futbol. I am your co-host, Seba. And to my left, your right,
Eric.
Woo!
I don't think we need to say this anymore after
cute.
this.
I think it's cute. You don't think we should say that?
Yeah, okay, cool.
People don't know who we are.
We're still learning, so...
We're learning. Yeah, we don't know what we're doing. This guy was having a Jeremiah's ice cream.
Yes.
Oh, shoot. Do we have to pay for that?
No. But if you're ever in Orlando,
man.
it's a fantastic ice cream.
Fantastic. Sponsored by... Well, this is episode 2. We made it. We're still here. It wasn't a fluke.
Are we going to tell them about the reality that this was supposed to be episode 1, but that first episode was not supposed to be first episode? That was actually a practice. Mm-hmm. But we're so good that we just said let's just
go. You know what? This is a one taker. So we ended up recording the episode on Friday, which was supposed to be released today, and then Eric was like, you know what? I'm gonna start building the intro, the titles for the intro. He said Danny to work on the video recording and to make sure that everything looks good. So we decided to release it Friday. But we will be releasing episodes every Monday from now on.
Correct.
Every Monday until the cows come home.
Plus, so much stuff happened over the weekend. So
much. What are we gonna do?
Well, hold on.
Yes.
Let's not.
Let's talk about the flag. Yes. Let's talk about the flag.
Yes. So, for those of you that don't know, this guy right here is, well, Messi and this guy and the whole team, but this is key. What happened here, this save right here.
This save is everything.
This save was, I think, the reason we are world champions as Argentinians.
Yep,
like,
100%.
if you guys have never seen that game, go watch the final. And that save in the last minute, almost.
In overtime.
In
extra time.
It was past the allotted extra time.
It was crazy.
Is what made it. So the reason why we have it is because we went to see him.
Yes.
And do you want to watch that video?
Yeah,
real
let's
quick?
watch that video. Don't you have it on your phone?
Yeah,
we have it on our phone. We went to watch Aston Villa. We talked about this last episode. Aston Villa and Fulham.
And this is us being dumb.
We sat in the back of the...
You're gonna see it on your screen.
Yeah, we sat in the back of the goal when he was goalkeeper, and we were just like stalking him the whole time.
We were like so fangirls right there.
We were we were stalkerating.
Oh,
and
man.
he saw the flags. He smiled. And when he smiled, we were like, oh, all excited.
Yeah. As a matter of fact, I've been thinking if I'm going to do this or not.
Okay.
But.
What?
So, we got a signed Dibu Martinez glove. It's official, certificate of authenticity. And I think we should give it away at some point. Maybe when we reach some sort of something, or we do a giveaway or something. But we should give it away.
I think it's great.
Some point.
I think it's great. So the reason why his name is Dibu Martinez, or his nickname is Dibu, is because his actual name is Emiliano Martinez. But the nickname Dibu comes from the word Dibu, to draw. And it was a cartoon character from a show called Mi Familia es un Dibujo, which is my family's a drawing. Mm-hmm. And it was a show in the 90s. And when he was young, he looked like this kid from the show. So they called him Dibu Martinez. And that's why it's called Dibu Martinez. There you go. Now you know. All right, so before we keep going, we made a lot of mistakes in the last episode. I made a lot of mistakes. I got nervous. This is not easy. We are a serious organization. We don't play around. We're not like Fox News or CNN. We are a serious news organization, and we fact check everything we say. So we're gonna fact check episode 1 because it was bad. It was bad. Fact check number 1. I said that Sergio Torres was the possible candidate to play in Inter Miami. Sergio Torres is my father-in-law. The guy's name is Sergio Ramos, and he used to play in Real Madrid, and now he's a free agent, and he is the one that was supposed to be possibly going to
There's
Inter
rumors.
Miami.
There's
rumors.
Yes.
Yeah. So that's factor number one. So Sergio, my father-in-law, I love you. Te quiero mucho, suegro. I'm sorry I made a mistake with that. I thought about that I went to bed that night and I was like, I said Sergio Torres.
I don't think anybody picked it up anyways.
I picked it up, and that's all that matters.
Maybe your wife did.
My wife did too.
Yeah.
She's like, Sergio Torres?
I hadn't picked it up. Good job.
Yeah, thank you.
Fact number 2. What is
Number 2, I said that I started playing soccer when I was 10 or 11. That's a lie. I don't know why I said that. I was 15 years old. 15, 16 years old. That's it. Factor number 3. All right. I said there were 64, 60 whatever teams in the Leagues Cup. And it's actually 45 teams. We apologize for the inconsistency in data. 15 groups and 3 teams per group. And it's not
Hold on. And now, Seba, with you, introducing the 4 cardinal points.
North, west, south, east, and south. So I apologize for that. I got nervous, and it's this caffeine. But the divisions are west, central, south, and east. Don't make me point because right now I don't even know what's going on.
All right, so today's episode doesn't have a title. Why?
Doesn't have a title.
Why?
Because we had our first fight.
We had our first fight.
Over the phone. We were arguing for 10 minutes.
Yes, it was really intense.
You insulted my family.
Yep.
I insulted your family.
Yep.
And then
we still don't have a name for it.
We don't have a name.
I have a suggestion for the name, and you say you have a suggestion.
Well, the thing is, so much happened this weekend. What are we going to do when we were covering a whole week's worth of soccer?
I don't know.
There's too much.
We
There's
have
too
to
many
drink
games.
more and more mate.
More mate. We'll be more ready. I can talk to you about north and south and east and south.
Well, okay.
What's your title first?
Okay, my title is The Penalty Effect.
Why are you calling it that?
Okay, because
defend your title.
Okay, so I want to name the episode like that because a lot of what happened through the weekend was surrounded or defined by penalty kicks.
100%.
And our World Cup was defined by penalties in a lot of the games.
Totally.
And I personally
that
US Americans I like to lose games. I rather lose a game in regular time than to go to penalties. I rather know that I'm going to lose than to not know and go to penalties.
Right.
Even if I have a chance to win.
Of course.
I rather personally, and when we played in the World Cup, when we played Holland,
yes,
I walked out of the house. I could not see it.
We were watching the game together, and this guy's like, "I'm gonna go cut the grass. I'm gonna go mow the lawn. I couldn't. He walks out mid penalties, and I'm like, "Come back here and represent your nation."
Okay, because what happens is it does not matter what you did in the game.
Right.
It doesn't matter. When you go to penalties, anything can happen.
Right.
It's no longer about
and you're back to square one.
Right. And it's no longer and then what people are going to remember are those penalty shots. Forget about the game. Mm-hmm. It doesn't matter if you owned the whole game, which is a little bit of what happened. We're going to talk about it later for the women's soccer.
Sure.
It doesn't matter if you dominated through the whole game. Penalties, anything can happen.
They change everything.
So I'm going to call it the penalty effect because of it.
All right, you want to hear my title?
No, why? Okay,
my title's good. I was gonna say, like Oprah Winfrey, you got a penalty, and you got a penalty, and you got a penalty. No? Am I getting a yellow? Okay, yellow card. I'll take a yellow card. I'll take a yellow card. I thought I was gonna get a red card, like that British player today.
You sounded so weird.
You don't like that?
I think you sold it. You sold it.
I like the penalty.
But defend it. Why?
You
think there was an overage of penalties?
I think. Well, like you said, every game this weekend had in some way, shape, or form was determined by penalty shootouts. Yeah. So I figured, and I also feel that FIFA is starting to call a lot more penalties, and even throughout the week of last week, the women's soccer starting to call more penalties, and just there's an excess amount of penalties lately happening in the World Cup with the introduction of VAR and whatnot. So,
okay.
But it's okay. I think the penalty effect is great. I think it's great.
That we just decided?
Yeah, we got in a fight for no reason.
Welcome to episode 2, the penalty effect. There you go.
That's good, bro. I like that.
All right, so we're going to talk about mainly 2 things today, right?
Yes.
The Women's World Cup and what happened there.
And the ridiculous game. There's a few games that happened, but the ridiculous game that happened last night, which kept us up most
the
of the night.
Cup, yeah, that would be the Miami and Dallas FC.
Oh my gosh!
So those are the 2.
We'll talk about that
topics.
in a little bit.
Yes.
There's too much.
Let's start with women's soccer. What do you got?
Where were you at? What were you doing at 5:30 in the morning on Sunday morning?
I was sleeping.
At 5:30 in the morning, I was preparing one of these and waking up my wife Andrea, and I was like, "Honey, get up!" And we were getting up to watch the U.S. women play Sweden in a very controversial vibe because, as you were saying in the beginning, how penalties, you can control an entire game. And if you don't score, if you're not, in Spanish they call it contundente, which means like to
contundent.
Contundent. Here,
is that a word? No.
It's not a word.
Okay.
Contundent, hold on a second. Contundente in English, because I need to make sure. Blunt. That's not going to work.
So you roll
it up, and
basically
it means that you have to be if you're gonna get to the end of the field with the ball and possess probably 70% of the game, and you don't score, it means nothing. And that's what happened in the Sweden USA game. The last time I got up at 5:30 to watch a soccer game was Argentina Saudi Arabia in December of last year.
I would know. I was there.
Yeah, you were in person. You were there in person.
Yes.
I got up early and we lost. And that was a bitter pill to swallow.
Well, the what I saw on the I didn't wake up. Okay, I confess. Okay. I watched the highlights, and what I could gather, what I could gather from that and talking to you,
yes,
the U.S. was dominating the whole game,
the entire game.
Like that game could have been 3-0 and it would have been fine.
Yeah, 100%. And the shooting, the passing, and the setting up of plays and everything, but they were off, man. They were off.
You mean in finishing?
They were off. They were off in finishing the play. I think they were nervous or something. I don't know what's going on. I feel like players that ordinarily would have destroyed it and finished off and gotten a goal were not doing it.
They had a great goalie, though.
They had a fantastic goalie, Musa Kovic, whatever, something or other. But they had players like Trinity Rodman. Do you know whose daughter Trinity Rodman is? I think I told you this.
Yes.
Dennis Rodman's daughter.
Yeah, he headbutted my uncle in the NBA. Ted Bernhard, who just passed away, NBA referee. Dennis Rodman headbutted him.
Your uncle was a referee in the NBA?
Yeah.
So we're going to start the podcast from scratch. We're going to rename the podcast. Eric has an uncle in the NBA. Or had an uncle. That's crazy.
Just passed away.
So... Wow, that's like my rugby thing.
Yeah, there you go.
When I said that,
one new thing.
Yeah.
Did we just become more good friends?
We're like, oh my gosh, we got so much more intimate.
That's great.
That's all right. Sorry about that, everybody. We had a moment, but yeah, they had so many opportunities. I just feel like, go ahead.
Well, they had. I mean, I did see every single shootout, every single shot on the penalty shootout, and I could not believe the way that we missed.
Yeah.
Like, we were ahead. We had 2 chances, if I'm not wrong, to win.
2 chances, at least.
2 kicks to win.
Yeah.
And we messed it up.
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like some of these players, I'm looking at the roster real quick, and Alex Morgan, who has a very tenacious and she's a monster goal scorer. She was just off. I felt like she was off. Like she was in a different world. I felt like she was mentally not there completely. And then, of course, we have Megan Rapinoe.
Why was she laughing when she missed that penalty?
I don't know.
You think it was nervous? I think
she was nervous. I saw an article about it. She was laughing because of the irony of that being her last game in the national team ever and her missing the one crucial penalty shot.
Probably the most important.
The most important shot in her career.
Wow. I saw it and I was like, wow, that's. And then the way that the last shot came to be.
Yeah, the Swedish penalty.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. So
We can't show the replay because our thing will get banned, or we're trying to figure out
get sued.
how we show that and we don't get shut off. But if you haven't seen any soccer for the women's, and from the first episode, you know that I'm not the biggest fan of women's soccer. Okay, I'll see the highlights, but that gave me like it's improving a lot
and across the board.
Like yes, I gotta be fair with that.
100%.
And when I saw that, man, it was devastating. It was, and then to end like that, what? And why did the referee and the side didn't?
Let me tell you something. They try to use VAR, but they also try to use what the line judge says. But the line judge didn't say anything, and then the ref had a hard time communicating for some reason. She took a long time to express what happened. It's like saying, "Hey, you won the lottery." You know what? No, you didn't. Give me 1 second. Let me double check if you won the lottery. No, yeah, you won it. No, you didn't win it. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. You didn't win the lottery. That just turns you off. And like Alyssa Nair, the goalkeeper, she stopped the shot from the Swedish player, and then it rolled back in, like it did a little effect, and it rolled back in, and that's when VAR, called the goal. But the ref took a year to mention it. How do you put these poor women under that kind of pressure? That's horrible.
Yeah.
Have you noticed that goal celebrations have changed now?
Well, yeah. Now it's like you score, and you're like,
you're like, should I do this?
Yeah.
Should I celebrate?
Yeah, that took away a little bit.
Am I treading lightly?
That's a great VAR. That's a great topic. I mean, right there.
That's a whole episode too.
Yeah. Right on our thing. Okay, rapid fire on the rest of the score. So because
Japan eliminated Norway.
I saw that.
Norway's huge.
That's a
huge upset. We didn't talk about the fact that Brazil got eliminated last week. Brazil. So we didn't talk about that. Spain defeated Switzerland 5-1.
Sorry.
5-1.
Yeah. Goleada. To our English American friends.
How do you say goleada in English? Goleada.
Big.
Goleada.
Goleada?
Let me see.
Goleada means when you overrun, like an
destroyed, landslide, like elections.
Wow.
Landslide.
Okay. Yeah.
Right.
Landslide.
They won by a landslide.
English.
5-1.
So proper.
The only goal that Switzerland had was an own goal by Spain.
Yeah, that was.
If you have a moment to go on, I'm not gonna say where you can go watch it because I don't want to get sued. Can I say that?
I think absolutely.
Go on Peacock and look up the own goal. We had so many own goals this weekend.
By the way,
we had so many own goals.
Yes,
which we're gonna talk about.
On Peacock, you can see all the World Cup champion, and then on Hulu, you can watch the World Cup where Argentina is champ. You can watch the whole thing.
You can watch the whole thing.
The Qatar, you can watch every game of the World Cup. I know it's old news, but we're never going to shut up about it for the next 4 years, okay?
Next 4 years?
Well,
until the end of the world, papi.
Yeah. It's true.
Yeah. Okay, so round of 16 games. I saw this morning the Nigeria-England game, and a British woman stepped on a Nigerian woman's butt, and it was incredible. Yeah. She got a yellow card for stepping on this Nigerian's butt, and then VAR let her know you can't. That's violent. So she went back to the screen and she came out and gave her a red card, bro.
Really?
Yeah. There's a lot of good games in this World Cup. This women's World Cup.
Did Colombia play already?
Tomorrow.
Oh, okay.
They're playing tomorrow.
I want to see that game.
Let me double check while you're doing your thing. Let me just double check World Cup.
Well, my thing is about to go into yesterday's game.
Give me a second,
that's
bro.
my thing.
Give me a second. Australia then. Oh, so tomorrow is Colombia against Jamaica. All right? Don't rush me. Do not rush me.
I'm not.
That's from Friends. Remember Friends? No? Nobody? My wife will remember that.
Pivot. That's the only thing.
Jamaica, Colombia tomorrow. It's going to be a huge game. I love how Colombia is doing. I love how they're winning emphatically. And I think it's going to be great. Tomorrow is also France, Morocco. Morocco is in the quarterfinals, bro.
That's crazy.
In the round of 16, I mean. They have a chance to go to the quarterfinals. Australia beat Denmark today, 2-0. And and England won. They beat Nigeria. What are you doing?
I don't know. You did this the other episode, so I wanted to do.
Yeah, but I had a point. You haven't had.
I have a point
too.
too.
Women's soccer. It's okay, fine. So I guess we're wrapping up. I guess we're wrapping up with women's soccer. I guess it's time to go to the next one. How much time are we already?
In the notes.
Only 12 minutes.
Yes, we have enough time now to talk about.
It's not even moving. The clock is not moving. Are we recording?
Oh, well, yeah, we're recording.
Did you hit record? Danny, are we recording? ¿Estamos grabando? Are you sure? Can you imagine if we recorded all that for nothing?
We never press record here, but they're recording it over there.
They're recording it over there. Okay, cool.
That's what happens.
How much? What, 20 minutes? That's good, 20 minutes.
There you go.
We know what we're talking about. Okay. All right. So, first of all, we live in a world in this day and age where Lionel Messi, who played in Barcelona, played in PSG, who is one of the highest scoring players in the world, the GOAT, as far as we're concerned, is playing games in a town called Frisco, Texas.
Yeah.
North Texas, bro.
I saw a story by Beckham's wife.
Yeah.
That they landed in Texas, and the first thing they did,
taco stand, right?
No, they went to go barbecue.
Barbecue. It's amazing.
Oh man! But listen, it's important to note
Yes.
that you know that I think it was 2 weeks ago there was a major announcement in the U.S. about aliens are real, and they were talking about. They were really talking about
the whole thing in Congress. Yeah,
they were just talking about Messi because he's from another planet.
Hey, muchacho. I know. You're such an idiot. I love it. That was good.
That's what I wrote earlier. Is I thought about
you wrote it down.
I wrote it. Aliens in the U.S.
This guy wrote this down. He never said nothing. I love it. Bro, you're such. I love it.
Listen, last night's game.
You get to name the next 5 episodes just for that.
No, it's a lot of work.
Okay, the next episode then.
Okay, cool.
Fine.
The last night's game.
Yes.
Man,
my gosh.
It started like right when it started.
I don't even know where
we were talking, and he goes, like 5 minutes in, you're like, Dallas is gonna score first because they had a lot of right off the bat. They got a lot of and that was like no.
Well, the reason why I said that, and calm down. Number one, number two, give me my head back because you took my head off yesterday when I said that.
Okay.
But you happen to be correct, and there's text messages to prove that you were correct. I get it. Fine, I understand.
I told him Messi was gonna score first. Messi was gonna score first,
No.
and it happened.
I got you.
Right?
But the only thing is 100%. Only thing is the amount of what I saw yesterday with Miami is that Miami's defense is struggling tremendously, and even with the arrival of Jordi Alba, it's still not. They're not getting it, man.
Yeah,
They're
I
not
mean,
getting it.
I'll say one thing with the other. Yes, I was very sure Miami was going to score first, but I was very sure Miami was also going to lose because
They're an established team. Dallas is established.
The worst enemy, or what did I say yesterday? The most dangerous thing for Miami is their defense having the ball.
Right.
Miami's defense.
It's a liability.
Miami's defense with the ball is their biggest liability.
They can't handle it.
Like, why do they don't just? I mean, no for nothing. They want to touch. They want to touch out of their area. Just
it was a mess. It was a mess.
Center it.
You could tell the difference between an established team, Dallas, and a team that is still trying to figure out what the hell they're trying to do on the field. Some players in the defense in Miami were going up, switching positions in the field. Like Robert Taylor was going, he went to defend, and then I forget this guy, the defender, the right fullback was going to the front to try to score. I don't get it. I was confused.
What was the
that game sold out? Okay, that game sold out in how much?
10 minutes.
They say 10 minutes. I somewhere else I read 18 minutes. But what matters is that the game sold out in 10 minutes. That is like they put the tickets out and it sold out in 10 minutes.
Well, Messi,
that doesn't happen in the MLS unless you have someone as consequential as Lionel Messi.
And then I saw, I don't know if you noticed in the crowd, I saw like the crowd was so confused because Messi was playing as a local.
Yeah.
This was happening yesterday. It was Messi and FC Dallas as locals against Miami. Because Messi would touch the ball and people were like, "Whoa, yeah, he would score."
I've never seen that, dude.
And then Dallas would score and people were crazy too.
I've never seen that happen. There were tons of I saw more Argentinian flags and kids wearing like the what is it, XBTO, that logo, that jersey and everything. Than Dallas. It was like, what? That's pretty cool. It's actually pretty cool that you have that kind of Messi effect. But I will say that the Messi effect can only take you so far.
Yeah, I mean, because you saw the defense. I feel like we could just talk about the defense. What's going to happen? What do you think they're going to do?
I don't know. I think.
I mean, are you going to keep buying players? Like Ramos would be a great.
They're going to have to keep drafting players. They should bring Sergio Torres.
I hear Sergio Torres is available.
Hey, father-in-law, I love you. Te quiero.
Yeah, but like even Ramos is on his way out too. Like,
he's a free agent, bro. He's got a chance to go anywhere at this point, and I've seen a lot of articles saying that he would love to retire with Messi.
Yeah,
which is pretty interesting because they played in opposite teams for years.
So first goal was Messi's goal.
Yes.
Then Dallas tied.
Yes.
Then Dallas went up 2-1.
2-1.
Is the first time Miami has ever been
at a deficit.
Through the whole League's Cup.
Ever.
Then what happened? 2-1. You remember? Was it did we tie? No, we didn't tie, right?
It was 2-2. We tied.
We tied, and then 3-2. They went on top. And then 4-2.
And then 4-2. It was 4-2 Dallas.
4-2 with our own goal.
And oh my gosh, that's right.
So when it was 3-2,
it was an own goal. It was that Robert Taylor had his own goal.
If you look at that play with Robert Taylor,
I kept calling this guy.
If you look at that play,
¿Qué está pasando?
No.
My wife is trying to go to sleep, and she's like, "Can you do me a favor and quiet down, please?"
Dallas is attacking. You see if you see the replay on the screen.
Yes.
Dallas is attacking. Nowhere the Miami team is defending.
Yes.
And you don't see Taylor as they're coming really close to the goal out of nowhere, like a train. This kid comes from
stop,
like
100 miles an hour.
He's like, I still got some in me. I'm gonna go help.
I'm gonna go help defend. I'm gonna score. Wait a minute, because then after that, it ended up being 4-3 because I saw the most beautiful goal ever scored.
It was the best goal of the game.
It was the best goal of the game.
The own goal,
and it was the own goal for Dallas,
which was scored by
Argentina,
by another Argentinian. Yeah,
we're always making like either ruining shit or making shit better.
Yeah. I mean, no, but the other kid was the other kid. The one that Cremashi. Cremashi. He's born in Florida.
Yeah.
Is an Argentinian American.
Like 18 years old?
Yeah, 18 or 20, under 20 or something like that.
That's insane.
But it was definitely an interesting game.
You want to hear something cool about Messi?
Sure.
Since you love Messi and Messi this and Messi that. There's a woman, and we'll keep talking about this game. There's a woman in New York, okay, who had a problem with her knee. She needed to get her knee surgery, and she couldn't afford it. She's a New York Red Bulls fan. She had a ticket to the Red Bulls Inter Miami game, and she sold her ticket and she paid for her knee surgery. Come on, you're not gonna tell me that's amazing, bro.
Well,
Messi is making the Messi effect is everywhere, bro. Not just in the field, man.
You're preaching because I need to get knee surgery.
So sell one of your tickets.
And I have the tickets to go to this game with Orlando.
Bro. How much are your tickets? How much would a ticket be to watch Orlando City and Inter Miami?
I don't know.
September?
I mean, I had them with the pass, but I would sell them. I don't know.
$6-7 grand, $5.
No, I don't think so.
$3 grand.
Maybe $3 grand.
That's crazy, man.
Each ticket.
That's crazy.
Because it's like my ticket it's 10 feet away, maybe less than 10 feet away from the visitors.
I tell you what, this guy took me on he took me over to Orlando City to watch the Fulham game. And you got some nice seats, man.
Yeah, those are good seats.
Fantastic seats. Not to mention, you also have, I got access to the fan zone, what do you call that place?
It's the West Club.
Can you believe that's where this whole thing started?
Yeah.
I'm getting emotional.
With this guy.
With Dibu.
That guy.
Upside
down
now.
Down, He's upside down. It's okay.
All right, so that's what else? Any more comments on the Inter Miami game?
No, I mean, and then
ridiculous.
Then we go back to the title of the episode. I mean, the game was amazing and it was a disaster at the same time.
Well, tell me about the fourth goal. Tell me about the fourth goal that changed everything.
Well,
because that's insanity.
Yeah.
Because you say I texted you as it was going to happen.
Oh, we got to tell. I mean, when we were 4-2,
yes.
I told you I predicted.
This guy said this. He said in minute 81 and minute 90.
I don't know. I put 2 minutes.
Minute 81 and minute 90 something.
We're gonna score one.
We're gonna score one.
We're gonna tie.
More. It's gonna go to penalties.
We're gonna tie and we're gonna go to penalties.
And I was like, shut up.
And exactly.
I was like, shut up. And sure enough, dude.
Yeah. I mean,
I'm proud of you, man.
I couldn't listen.
If only you use your gift for something more than just the soccer podcast. The world would be a better place.
I think so too.
So that goal, Messi's free kick. I can't.
We'll have a minute. No,
I didn't sleep. I didn't sleep last night.
3 seconds of silence for that goalie.
Here we go.
That's it. Wow. I think something flew.
Something flew over there.
Yeah.
That wasn't 3 seconds of silence.
It's
but
okay.
It's okay. Un minuto de silencio. sorry. All right. So back to the podcast. Yes. That goal was, I saw the goalie's face as he was lining up the wall.
And here's the thing.
He knew he was going to get scored on.
And
he knew it. He was like, it's over. I'm done.
And I think where we go full circle.
Uh-huh.
The game at that point.
Yes.
Who deserved to win? Before those penalty shots.
Dallas, bro. 100% Dallas.
You think so?
I think
Dallas these people came back, but they came back.
I know, but they dominated the game. The plays that we saw happening were, you looked at Dallas and there was a team that was established, and you looked at Miami and it was a cluster F. Like,
but Dallas,
we were asking ourselves, what are they doing back there? Because
Dallas couldn't close it.
That's true. Anything midfield back, it's a hot mess.
Yeah, absolutely.
For Miami, they have a lot of work.
But the front is so good.
Yeah.
Or at least they're so scared.
I will say this. I did see Sergio Busquets struggling a little bit.
I did see that too.
And I also will say that I like seeing how this team, Inter Miami, they're getting a little bit of a reality check, which they need because
it's too perfect.
It was too perfect. Yeah.
What's happened? Okay, so what's happening so far? It shouldn't exist. Like it doesn't happen. It's like a fairy tale movie.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay, and
100%.
And I don't want to be the guy that says, if they lose, they need. Yeah, it's no bound to happen for them to lose. But at the same, I'm like torn between because if they would have lost, I would have been okay with that because
you can't build a team from 1 week to the other just because you have really good players in the team. Yeah. They got to play as a team. I saw Dallas and they were consistent. They moved up and down the field. They knew where to go. They were making really good runs. And Miami was kind of like, give the ball to Messi and Jordi Alba and Busquets, and let's see what we can do.
Yeah.
I will say Kremaki was the revelation for me.
So we come to that, and now we can't. So what I'm getting from this, we cannot make a decision of who should have won. I think Miami should have won. You thought Dallas would have won.
You were in a Miami jersey.
But then,
You're biased.
Biased. No, but then we go to penalty kicks.
Yeah.
The penalty effect.
The penalty effect, bro. That's the title. You got it.
I mean,
I'm convinced. I want to say right now, I'm convinced.
Point now, anything.
I have been convinced. I'm ready.
Anything can happen. Anything can happen. It was so.
You converted me, bro.
When
like a pastor converting like.
I don't know, but listen. When I saw, I don't remember the kid that was kicking, and I have no proof of this.
What?
But when I saw the kid that missed from Dallas, when I saw his face, I said, he's gonna miss.
Yeah.
I saw he had the face of like, oh shit.
Yeah, he's
like it's on me. So and then it happened what it happened, but I don't know, man. It was quite a game.
He looked what's the name of that player, the Argentinian player, Velasco?
Yes.
That kid Velasco from Dallas Alan Velasco.
He's great.
He's a beast.
Yeah.
So the goals were Facundo Quiñón, minute 37, Bernard Camungo, minute 45, Alan Velasco, 63 minute, Robert Taylor own goal. Farfán was the own goal for
another Argentinian.
Another Argentinian, yeah.
All right, so that's it, man.
Wait, round of 16 games. Round of 16 because we got some more.
What's the next game?
What's today? Today's the 7th. So tomorrow we got. These are gonna be good. We got America against Nashville, Toluca against Minnesota, Tigres Monterrey, which is the first Mexican actual two Mexican teams playing together for a while because I've always seen MLS and Liga Mexicana.
Well, all the Mexican teams are on the other side of the bracket for some reason. We have only one on this side.
LAFC against Real Salt Lake, and then we have that's gonna be a good one. That's actually tomorrow, but tonight we got Philadelphia against the Red Bull, Querétaro against New England, Dallas Miami we did yesterday. And then Charlotte against Houston.
That's gonna be a good game.
It's gonna be great. We're really enjoying this.
So we'll talk. We have a lot to talk for next episode. We're gonna have a lot of games happening.
What are we gonna? I'm nervous about having an episode with a week full of soccer to cover because we don't want to be Sports Center. We're not ESPN Sports Center, whatever. We want to be like
we're just sharing our
but it's just
thoughts
a lot
about
of
it.
yeah.
So
every time I see the team Charlotte, I think of what's gonna happen when Messi has to play in Charlotte.
Why?
Because they have turf, which is another episode.
Oh, you think he's gonna be like a little
grass versus turf? He's already established it. He hasn't put it in the contract, but he established.
I don't know that to be true.
I mean, he said it.
He said it, or you read it somewhere. I've read it too. I read it too.
I read that he said it.
I don't know.
I could be wrong. I've been wrong before.
I think it's just play.
I mean, I used my father-in-law instead of Sergio Ramos. I could be wrong about a lot of stuff. So.
I don't know.
All right,
people. So hey, listen, write us. We want to hear about you. We've gotten some interaction on our Instagram page.
People have been connecting. They're going on YouTube and
thank
stuff.
Thank you.
Comments.
Share our stuff. We want to start doing some giveaways. We want to start.
We got merch.
Yeah, we're gonna have a merch store up. As I know, nobody cares, but soccer is football. I think has a ring to it. I think
it has a ring to it.
It's not just a ring, but it means something.
What about Salama Soccer?
Salama Soccer.
Salama Soccer could have worked in
soccer
in an alternate universe.
Yes, it would be that. but little by little, I think we'll be able to convince or make our audience fall in love with football and soccer and understand that soccer in the U.S. is football.
Man,
that wasn't even practice.
What is going on? Did you write that down somewhere?
No, I didn't write it down.
It's the Jeremiah's, bro. Jeremiah's. So before we leave, I got some shout outs. My mom's birthday. Mami, te quiero mucho. Feliz cumpleaños, te quiero. And please allow me to share, because on the same day as my mama's birthday is the birthday of I wonder if it's showing up. Is it showing up?
Yeah.
Okay, do you see it? My perrito. Oh, man, it's showing up, but it's showing up sideways, man.
Flip the thing.
Flip the what? Oh, yeah, hold on. Let's see if I can do that. Does it do that?
It's not sideways.
Frida, my daughter, it's her birthday, and it looks all weird. Doesn't matter. Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to have Danny put a picture up. We're going to put a picture up in the podcast, because Frida, feliz cumpleaños, mi amor. 1 year. I love you, baby girl. Mwah, mwah, mwah. Anyway, that's it. Episode 2 is done. We got some more episodes coming up. Stay tuned next week. We're going to be recording on Monday.
Yep, next Monday.
And we're going to be covering all the action that we can cover. And please send us some topics. We want to
Yeah, we're going to run out of ideas soon. So
yeah, we only have 10 topics. That's 10 episodes, and right now we're on a crisis. So yeah, thank you guys very much for coming out, for hanging out with us. Thank you guys. Take care. See you soon. All right, ciao.
Y al Diego.
Qué pendejo que sos, boludo.